Hello guys, and welcome to our Dead Island 2 review. We're gonna do the pros, and then we're gonna do the cons, and we'll give our thoughts on the game. Took us about 16 hours I think, to finish it. Could have been probably stretched to 20, 22 hours if we did all the side content, but we didn't. We were kind of rushing to get it done. But, yeah.
Another reasons, but we'll go into that later.
Yeah. So we'll start with pros. I think I'll start with the melee combat, which I thought was really solid. The way the shots connected when you used like the heavy sledgehammers and you saw them fucking flying, I thought that was great.
Yeah, they did well with the hitboxes and mechanics on that.
It was. Like the way you can just cut off any limb, you could cut their skull off, and I think the most gruesome thing was when we saw acid. Like, you saw their skin just melt, like, out of a horror film or some shit.
Yeah, definitely.
The flesh tech, I guess we can call that, was on point.
Yeah.
That's
one of my pros as well. Like the way they did the animations for the gore and stuff was fucking on point.
It sounds morbid to say, but I think that's one of the reasons I enjoy the game so much. Just seeing how the zombies reacted to my hits and even my shots when I shot them as well. Like you can shoot off limbs.
Yeah, definitely. It's like when I Wolverine clawed that zombie through face.
Yeah. That was someone that was good.
That was like
fatality.
Fresh kiss.
Yeah, that was good. And one thing I didn't do too much towards the end is, you know, when you block and you do that, you press F to get a perfect counter. I didn't do that much towards the end, but that was a highlight at the start, testing out all the different counter attacks you could do.
Yeah, but it was pretty useless because we barely used it.
It was hard to land. Like
we'll speak about it later.
There's a reason I didn't use it, because I couldn't get the timing down. It was like trying to parry in a Souls game.
You think the dodge was any better?
I saw you dodge it a few times. You just took a fucking leap backwards. You left like 5 feet or like 10 feet at times. All I had to do was I just held my arms up, and it eventually blocked correctly, and I could stick my knife into her skull or rip the guts out. It was good. Do you want to do next pros?
Mine's kind of biased though. It's Sam B. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Sam B's legend.
He was awesome. Like,
Hoodoo, you voodoo bitch. Oh, I love that song. When the Island 1 first came out, I had that on my phone.
Yeah, it's a good song, isn't it?
I had it as a ringtone.
I had to look up the video on YouTube, like the intro to the game, but that unlocked some core memories from when I played the game.
They did change the voice actor though. It's not the same voice actor from.
Yeah, that's probably some like contract shit. I don't know why, but
it probably explains why he didn't sing Voodoo Bitch.
I enjoyed the new guy though. He did a good job. I think my favorite scene of his is when we went to that mansion when we got our guns, and he left us to go inside, and he stood outside and just smashed the zombies with his big ass hammer.
Oh, yeah.
That was good.
You mean when he flaked on the door for like 5 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah, Sam was good.
Then didn't help us with the zombie horde coming after us.
You'll never convince me otherwise. He is called Sam B because it's a zombie game. I'll never go back on that. It's
because he's a rapper.
No.
Because he's a rapper. I will not stand for this. I will not stand for this.
It makes sense.
That's why I saw it's Sam B. It says it in his song.
Fine. But you'll never convince me. Okay, it's my next point, which is one thing that surprised me, because this game, we saw some like lead gameplay a few years back, and it looked alright, kind of looked like Dead Island 1. But the graphics in this game, like at times, is like photorealistic. I remember one time towards the end when we had that big fight in the that train station that was like underground. When we got outside and it was light and we had to fight some hordes. Like that was like photorealistic. to me. I was looking at the sky, the ceiling. That was some good shit. And
I agree.
is it?
Like, the one thing I'll give up, this is my second pro, is the animations and how good the characters look. Like, the voice acting was good, to a certain degree.
Yeah. I
Um,
never had a problem with that.
the animations, like, the voice and the mouth was in sync. They just showed on that.
Yeah. I agree. They did really well on that. Like, all the characters were well modeled. Like, I really had no problems with it. And it's surprising how well optimized the game was. Like, given PC gaming in 2023, it's rare to see a game run this well and look this good. You know, we had a couple crashes, but beyond that, it was perfect.
Jedi, you have issues. I mean, you have issues. Deep issues. Me and you, Jedi Survivor.
Yeah,
Deep issues.
That's a rough one because that's a really good game, but fuck me, the EA should not have launched it in that state. My next pro is actually the world design. I thought all the different areas we went to it felt so like handcrafted. This felt like it was quality over quantity. Like all the different areas felt unique, and I think one of my favorites was probably the Monarch Studios. It was cool seeing all the movie sets that we went to.
No, I agree. I played Double Dead Islands. This is probably one of the smallest map designs, but they put so much in the maps that it didn't bother me. There's a lot of stuff to do. What is what to A, what to B. You had fuses that you could do, side quests and stuff like that. It was good. It was well done.
Yeah, I thought also Venice Beach was one of the better areas. Like with all the shops you could go into, and like it was so well made.
Yeah, I preferred the PME. That was
Oh yeah, when we fought the clown. I wish I would do more of that. I felt like we went through the pier quite fast.
Yeah, we did.
Getting to a con now, but we'll leave that for later. Okay, I'll give you one of my pros so you can say it as well. It's the how you use the environment to kill zombies. If you want to talk about that.
Yeah. You mean the amount of environment I used to kill you?
What are you talking about? Actually, no, I have that on video.
I did that a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't use the environment on the zombie. I was telling you. Oh yeah, that was good. Like how you could use, like, spawn water, use water cans, turn sprinklers on, which I didn't know was a thing until I set that thing on fire and it set the entire floor electric.
Oh, in the hotel room.
Yeah, you nearly died.
Yeah, a couple times I did.
And the entire floor is going
I get that.
electric.
It made me laugh that one time when I edited on a video, and you tried to kill me with a car battery, and you killed yourself instead. I thought it was
no proof of that.
But yeah, the way you could use the environment to kill the zombies was probably one of the most genius designs in this game. How you could you could throw a water can at the zombies and then electrocute them. You could push them into a pool of acid. You could lit them on fire. It was just like endless possibilities, pretty much. And it felt like going back to the world design, it was set up so that pretty much every encounter could be used that way.
Yeah, I agree. Like, the thing I like about it is that they give you an encounter and they go, right, we've got all these ways to do it. Make a way yourself with all the tools you've got.
Yeah, exactly. One of my favorites scenes from that is when we went to the hotel and we found a pool of acid, and one of the objectives was literally to push like 14 zombies into the pool of acid.
Yeah.
I'm like, hell yeah, I'll do that. I'll go around kicking the zombies into the pool of acid.
And then we had the incident with that hazmat suit. Like, you can't make me do nothing.
Yeah. See, that's a con. I'm gonna come back to that because some zombies are annoying with that.
Oh, you know what I mean.
I'm adding that my con list now before I forget.
You're welcome.
We have the weapon crafting as well, which I have on my pros list.
I have it on my pros list, but I also have a negative because it didn't give me enough variation.
Yeah.
Like, the one thing I liked about Dead Island is that you can turn anything into a weapon of mass destruction.
Yeah.
You could literally pick up a baseball bat, slam nails in it, and put it through a zombie's face.
Yeah.
Then Dead Island 2 matched that. I loved it, like where you could put electrocute stuff, put fire in your guns, acid, and they could use that with their environment to create like massive explosions or set zombies on fire.
Yeah, that's true.
Same with the special things you could throw.
Oh yeah, the grenades I call them. They had a name, I just forget what it was. But I call
The
them
grenades,
grenades.
the throwing stars.
Yeah. So the weapon crafting was set up kind of like how the environment was set up as well. It was set up so that you could use shock, fire, acid to kill the zombies.
Definitely.
Yeah. But even then, this is sort of a con. I feel like towards the end, I just made the same weapons every single time I got a new one. I just put the same mods on, same perks. Like, even though I had many different other perks to choose, I just felt like I always chose the same one. Which might be my fault, but I also feel like you said, they didn't put too much... didn't give us too many options.
Yeah, I have another pro.
Okay.
I'll give them, again, they add a variation of characters.
Yeah.
Like, on the first game, there's only 4. So, if there's three you're playing.
No, that's true.
So
how many
2,
bosses were like 5 or 6?
6.
6. Okay.
I believe. I'll double check.
Yeah. We only got to try 2, but from what I saw, they had a lot of varied stats. Like the one I played.
But they also another pro. Each character has their own dialogue for the entire game. Like when some of your cutscenes, my character says something different.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, the character design was pretty good, and the skills for each character was kind of unique as well. I enjoy that. The way you could get different skills based on which character you are, in the skill cards.
Well, it was unique till you start getting the same cards.
Yeah, I felt like, until the half point in the game, it was unique, and then they started just giving us the same cards.
Yeah, they have 6 playable characters. You have Amy, Jacob, Danny, Ryan, Carla, and Bruno.
I was Carla, wasn't I?
Yeah, you was Carla, and I was in.
Yeah, she's more like she was more of a brute/tank, because a lot of her powers was defense and like where I could slam into the ground to push zombies back.
Yeah, there's thing I liked, like, you can't, I don't know if you can now, I don't know if you still got videos, but if you look back at the videos and you go to a cutscene that me and you're in, like when you get his own cutscenes, your character will be saying something different to mine.
That's cool.
They also have their own little random sayings they say as you walk through the world, like, say random stuff, and if you got other people, I think they talk to each other as well.
Yeah, I enjoy that. I felt like they put
they put a lot of effort into the characters to make you feel
the right amount of attention into the characters. I feel like I didn't try them all, but
most games these days you just a mute person that nods. Like Zelda, for example.
Yeah, that's most Nintendo games, isn't it? Just text and a lot of
Just nodding like yes, sire.
Yeah, and this one's also on my pros and cons list, but I'll just say both now. I enjoyed most of the guns, but
the aiming was garbage.
Yeah, and it's also like with how much ammo you need to kill just one zombie, it really wasn't worth it to use them a lot.
It depends on which gun, because the assault rifle wasn't too bad because I could kill a zombie like 3 bullets. But that SMG gun you had,
yeah, it's like
chugging through ammo like
if you met a brute,
like them stoners and go for weed.
Yeah, if you met a brute, that would take all my ammo just to take him down. So I pretty much I waited until a big zombie came in, then I used my guns because I could take them out.
Also, I gave him credit for, a lot of zombie variation. Like it wasn't just like normal brute zombies running at you. You had like spitters, you had brutes, you had screamers. Oh my god.
Yeah, there was a lot of variation. I give them that.
They had them ones that blow up or ones that are on fire.
And towards the end, they had the clown one, the one with the spiky hands.
Yeah.
We didn't see them too much, but I guess if we did all the side missions, we would have seen them all. Seen them more. I mean,
they also had them big ones like spit shrapnel at you, bone shrapnel at you.
Oh yeah. Towards the end, the boss. Yeah. And back on the guns again, it's like I felt like the most use I got out of the guns was when they had like electricity on them or something, and I could just shock the zombies in the water.
I never got the chance to try sniper rifle that. That's the problem.
It was good though. It was really powerful, but you had like maybe 20 bullets, so it really wasn't worth it using on normal zombies.
And probably with guns, they're more powerful than melee weapons. So by end it, you use your gun more than your melee weapon.
Yeah, like the final boss, we killed him so freaking fast because of the gun we had.
I know.
And it wasn't even overpowered. Like it was the level we were at.
Another pro I gave him credit on giving us the zombie mode. I really like that.
The what now?
The zombie mode where you can go feral.
Oh yeah. The little rage mode.
That
was really fun.
It was unique to start with, and then it's when you get the same cards. So
the way we were Newman, wasn't that what they called us?
Yeah,
like
you wait till I get to con section. I'm gonna rip the hell out of that.
A human / zombie.
I'm going to rip the hell out of that.
It was really cool. I enjoyed it. Like the first time when we fell off that bridge into the pit, that was really cool. So I give them that. The zombie like rage mode was a highlight. That was always fun to use.
Agreed.
Okay, I'm done with my pros.
So am I.
Okay, just give me a couple of minutes. Gonna go to the bathroom and we can do the cons.
I'll do cons right.
Oh, me going to the bathroom. That's a con.
You'll be alive as a con.
Ow, that hurts. Get it back then.
Nice.
Okay, so for the cons, I'm gonna start with the most annoying thing for me was the big zombies. Like they felt like a chore to fight more than fun. Like it would have been cool if you could actually cut off their legs to like cripple them or do anything like that, but no. Like literally didn't matter what you did. No, they wouldn't budge. All you had to do is just hit them 100 times or 200 times until they died.
You mean the most spongy characters ever made?
Yeah. Like you could set them on fire, sure enough, but that just made their skin.
Problem with that
ash.
is the same in every Dead Island game. Brutes just use it to hit a bunch of times.
I understand why they're in the game. I just feel like they could have done them better.
The con I have with these brutes is, in all games, you could break body parts so they couldn't use them anymore.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
You could break the arms so they can't use them.
Like if I could
take the point where they start headbutting you. Like it annoys me that I took out of this one. She's battering. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, if I could like take my big sledgehammer, like hit them in the legs, break their knees, like make them crawl, that would have been cool. But no, it didn't matter what you did. Like you could throw grenades, you could shoot them in the face. Like nothing faced them until they died, until their health was 0. And something that's very close to that is the immune zombies. Like fair enough, you could come up to like a firefighter and he would be immune to fire or acid, which it makes sense. But then again, if his helmet was off, why can I not shoot him in the face if I have an acid gun? The bullets should still do some damage.
I agree.
Same but like in a melee weapon. If I have acid or fire on my axe and I swing at his head, it just says no damage, immune. Like that makes no sense to me.
It was kind of annoying. Especially when you're getting like gangbang, you're getting like proper a horde coming at you and you're like, show me, like, sound.
Yeah, like it makes no sense. What would have been cool is like, take the hazmat suit zombies. They were immune to acid when we tried to push them into the pool. Imagine if we shot them in the leg, which would then rupture a hole into the suit and then they could be pushed in and it would do damage. Like the suit would leak.
Yeah.
That could have taken that to the next step.
My con is we never experienced it, but what I read is if you play with mates, if you play, actually you're playing your own, and then a mate wants to play with you, you have to start again. You can not drop in or drop out.
Is that because you had to literally be at the same point in
Yeah,
the
you
story?
you had to be at the same point.
Wow, okay, so...
To me, I play a lot of games with my friends, so that even if I haven't experienced it, that is a con for me.
I can see...
Can't be doing that.
I can see maybe they're doing that because of the balance, but even then they could have...
Yeah, but you could drop weapons. There was no reason to do that.
No, what it means, like, you could have... Let's say I was level 20 and you just started and I joined you. They could have just scaled me down to do damage at your level. So they could have easily fixed that and made it like a drop-in game. Like
I want a big fan of that. I want a big fan of that when I read that. Excuse me.
Yeah, and we never experienced that because we just played a game together.
Yeah. Big con for me is the missions were the exact same. It was either kill a bunch of zombies or put a breaker into a socket. I'm like, yeah.
Speaking of
that,
why? That's fun because that was literally just going to be my next con. That the side missions were incredibly dull. Like I remember, we
even
did
the main
one...
missions are the same thing. Like take the fair for when we were at the Venice Beach. What's it called? Santa Monica Pier.
Yeah.
And we had to do that Ferris wheel. It was just the same, like kill a bunch of zombies.
Yeah. All the side missions were the same. Go from A to B, kill zombies. That was literally all the side missions. Like, granted, we didn't do all of them, but from the ones we did, that was the sense I got.
Even the main missions were go here, kill a bunch of zombies, move on.
Only reason to do them was some of them gave you a nice weapon. That was it.
Yeah.
It took us, I remember the pool one. Took us like 2 hours to figure out how to do that, like find the right pool.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think I even used the weapon much, the one we got from it. So,
literally, the only good side mission I enjoyed was a streamer one.
Yeah, that was that. Even then, that was just kill zombies, but that was more.
But
that
it was
more
kill zombies
fun.
in certain ways, which is fair.
Yeah, that was more unique. That one had a unique twist to it.
But the big kind of like, no matter where we went, it was always the same. Main mission, kill a bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
Main mission, put a breaker into the socket. I'm like, oh.
or turn the valves.
The side puzzles were the most pointless things I've ever seen.
Yeah, they felt tacky.
They didn't achieve anything. Like just turn the valve while you got 20 nice. Next one. I'm like,
yeah, turn the valve until you have the right pressure. Just you didn't literally just read what it said on the valves, and that was the answer. I thought the story missions were okay at times, but the side missions I could have gone without.
Yeah. The only good thing about the side missions is if you find a new survivor, they go to house. That's literally it.
Yeah, but even then.
But even they didn't do at house.
They didn't do nothing, did they?
Apparently they have unique dialogue with each other.
Yeah, but to me that's pointless. That doesn't.
I'm not gonna stand there and listen to them talking.
That doesn't add anything to me. Like they could have done something like Dark Souls, where you bring people to the Firelink Shrine, and they actually add something like they sell you spells, like not in this game, like in Dead Island they could have given you stuff. They could have sold you mods as a thank you for saving them. They could have sold you blueprints,
Yeah,
they could have actually added something to it.
Story was shit. I did not care one bit. Literally, the only person I cared about in the entire story was Sambi. But that's because I'm biased. Because I played the Dead Island 1 and Dead Island Riptide. And in Dead Island Riptide, Sambi was more useful. In Riptide, they have base defenses where the AI would join you in beating up a bunch of zombies. Like the story was just cliche. Like
I agree. It didn't.
We've seen it 1,000 times.
The sad thing is, the story didn't grip me until towards the end, like the last couple hours. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that because that's another con.
I got another con, but you can go next.
Okay, my next con is something that I'm not a fan of in any game that has it, and that's weapon durability. Like no matter which game it is, it just feels tacky and unnecessary.
I agree, but at least when they're broke, you can repair them.
Yeah, they didn't do the Zelda way. Like it didn't completely get destroyed, which would have been annoying. I understand the weapon durability though. Like they wanna limit you from using your best weapon But even then, even if I just use my best weapon from like workbench A to workbench B, it wouldn't get destroyed no matter how many zombies. Like, I don't think I had a single weapon get like fully destroyed. So it just feels pointless to me to have the durability in the game.
But I'll begin with this. The Newman stuff. They did nothing with it. It was pointless thing is the entire story. They set it up and then it just do nothing with it.
Oh, you mean how they say we are the next in the human evolution, and then they just don't just
we are the end game and like don't explain any of it.
Yeah, they did literally come say, "Oh, you are a human, then a super zombie, or like a superhuman / zombie," and they don't just leave and don't elaborate.
Like why set it up and then not execute it?
Yeah, what was the point of that?
That really annoyed me because that's the part of the story that gripped me. It's like, oh, we actually super zombies, okay. So this goes in, he goes, no way, I'm like, well, okay then.
Yeah, I agree. The story felt really rushed at the end. Before we get to the end, I'll just say my last con, which is the spawn rates were broken. They were like cyberpunk. The way you could just turn around and turn back around, and the zombie would be in your face. It's literally the cyberpunk way. Do you remember in the movie studio when we had a couple crashes and we had to do the same section all over again, and there was like 2-3 brutes that we had to kill like 3 times because they kept spawning in? That
annoyed me.
That wasn't necessary.
My last con.
Yeah.
It's not a massive con, but how bad when a game crashes my drivers, it really annoys me.
And I had like a couple blue screens at the start.
That's true.
I think I fixed it.
Like,
go on.
It's a negative for me where it's unstable, but it's not the most unstable game this year.
True.
But it's not the best optimized game.
As a performance-wise, it is, but we had some crashes, which I'm sure is what you mean.
I don't mind. I don't mind crashes if it takes my drivers with it. That's what annoys me because it messes my PC up.
Yeah, and I had like 2 blue screens. I think I fixed it because I looked online and people recommended setting it, limiting your frame rate. So for the remainder of the game, I had my FPS limited to 60, and it was fine since then. I mean, we still had crashes, but I didn't have a blue screen, so taking that as a win.
Yeah, it's like they give you all these characters, and I felt nothing for any of them. It's like that Emma's
boyfriend, I guess.
The one that always followed her around.
Yeah. Was that a boyfriend? I don't know.
Simon. It was called Simon.
I think it was Simon.
See, it's so forgettable, I can't remember his name, but he is an idiot. And the scene where she's like, oh, I can't kill him, I felt absolutely nothing.
Yeah, because he escaped to the Hollywood studios, or the Monarch Studios, got bitten, and then went back to the mansion, and we literally had to shoot him in the face.
And she told me to leave. I'm like, woman, I've saved your life.
I didn't feel anything for any of the characters, if that's what you mean.
I did for Sam B, but like again,
Sam B was a highlight. Like he's also a pro for me because he was awesome. He was badass. Oh no, the guy in the sewers. I forgot his name, but I enjoyed him. He was he was cool. He was simping for Emma, but he was cool.
If I was as bad as it looked to him, I would as well.
His face was all like
my
burnt up.
They set up their explosion thing from the meathead zombie and did nothing with it. They didn't give me explosive bullets. They didn't give me explosive weapons. He said, "Oh look, you should wipe this," and it's on a zombie. They explode.
Yeah, I remember that. Because for the rest of the game, we picked up like zombie organs and shit.
Yeah, but there's nothing with them.
I felt like we never touched that. They didn't really explain how to use that.
No, they didn't. Like, the hell, man?
Well, my last con
here we go.
Is the biggest one, and that's the ending.
Yeah, I agree. Like, they set it up, like, oh, right, we're gonna find a doctor. Okay, fair enough. Oh, what a surprise, it's a zombie. Oh, who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Also, another con. The boss fights aren't boss fights. They're so easy.
The easiest boss fight in the game was the last one.
They're so easy. You literally, like, the final boss is meant to be the hardest boss.
Yeah.
What took like 5 minutes?
Nah, not even that.
That's gonna be generous.
Do you mean the doctor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we took it down in less than a minute.
And like they tried to make you feel for his daughter that they've spoilers if anyone's not played the game yet.
Yeah, we'll put a spoiler warning on this video because this whole thing is a spoiler.
There, he said, "Oh, I modified my child and my unborn child to be the cure." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't care."
Yeah, I think my biggest disappointment was the way they set up the other human people. You know, the white-haired chick that triggered our first like rage incident. I was kind of invested in that story, but it never went anywhere. The game literally ends with them watching us and just
it's not ending. Like you say, Sam B, fair enough, credit. He my dude. And then it ends you beating up zombies. You expect it to carry on. Like, oh, I'm gonna find her, and then it'll end. But no, it ends prematurely for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Also, one more thing: didn't we just waste the cure on Sam B?
No, we didn't. That's one cure. His daughter, he modified her to be harvested for the rest of her life. She is the cure. So if we find her, we have limited cure.
But the game ended.
Exactly.
The game ended before we did that.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It ended prematurely, but made no difference.
It literally ended then, didn't it? We cured Sam B by almost stabbing him in the skull. I thought that was funny. He didn't know how a needle worked, I guess.
There's some funny moments, but overall the story is very weak. If I were to give it a rating, I would probably get a 6.
6? Yeah.
Yeah. Like it gets brought down by the constant zombie respawning. The story wasn't great. The boss fights were easy. Like even the clown fight, we expected him to like hack you up, we just go shoot you in the face, you die.
Yeah, like towards the end, I was kind of leaning towards a 7, maybe 7.5, because I was really invested toward the end.
Yeah, and then the game just
it just literally just ends. Like they just cut the film strip in half, and that's it. So I don't know. I think I'll do a 6.5 out of 10. I feel like they have a good baseline for a third game.
Yeah, if it's done by them and not like gone for like 20 different
studios. Yeah,
studios.
Yeah, I think with the gameplay they have, if they make a better story, more
like
elaborate side quest, I think the Dead Island 3 could be really good.
This is what I want. If I took the combat from Dying Light and the traversal, which is better.
Yeah.
And then take the gore and crafting elements from Dead Island 2, put it into one game, bit of a masterpiece.
Yeah. What I want for the third one is same as you, I want the flesh tech, the way the zombies react to your weapons. That's the best shit they have in this game. They need to keep that. Upgrade the weapon crafting, make it more unique, so you can have imagine Borderlands. Like every single gun you pick up is unique. Like there's so many different variations.
Another con. The cards, man.
Yeah, they weren't as
there's not a game except for Midnight Suns, which relies on it because combat system that I like. And they started out unique, so I'm like, okay, I can't be honest. And then we started getting the same cards.
Yeah.
Like, what is the point of this?
I don't know. I think they just rushed the ending. Like they were just trying to get the game out into the hands of people. And that's why I think the expansion is gonna literally start where the game ended. You have to pay to finish the game you just paid for.
Probably.
So all in all, I'd say it's a good game, but
I personally recommend it if you just want a nice casual hack and slash, enjoy beating up zombies.
And play with a friend. I've heard it's quite unbalanced in solo play.
Yeah.
Because the zombies can be quite tough at times. Like some
and I never stop coming.
Sometimes they really wrap the difficulty up to the hundreds. You know, it's
very unbalanced. Like one minute a bit easier, and then you'll be getting absolutely obliterated by loads of zombies.
Yeah, so I recommend the game. I do, but not at this price. Wait for maybe 20 $30 is a reasonable price for this game. Even though I have a lot of cons with it, I do think it's a fun game to play with a friend.
Agreed.
Oh, no!
That was so bad.
1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
The fuck will that do?
You can't just end it like that. That's just... No. What the fuck?